Hello students, a very warm welcome to Electrostatics JEE Mains 2020 PYQs and an amazing news for you. I guess your exams are going to happen soon. Kind of an amazing news as well. If you think it's not an amazing news, that's where you're making mistake, because your exam pattern has changed. So now it's also time that we are focusing mostly on techniques. We should be also focusing on problems that are little numerically intensive, because your exams are going to have integer type questions as well. So now onwards you need to be very careful. You need to think about it in this manner that what concepts are also very important. Doing that math is also very important, because few of your questions will not have that math will not have that concept based option guessing thing anymore. So yes, but anyway, there is always a way out. Even if it's 1 to 10, you can guess out the numbers and you can do it. So stay tuned. We will discuss all the techniques. And anyway, 20 questions are going to be, I guess, multiple correct answer questions. So like MCQ based. So we can anyway work around that 20 in this manner, right? Even if not this. Anyway, we'll be discussing concepts also. So don't worry about it. Make use of the techniques. Techniques are the key part for your exam. If you're not doing it, someone else is also doing it. So you might want to think about it if you're thinking, like, I'm not going to do it, because we never had this opportunity. We never had anyone tell us, this is how you're supposed to attend the exam. But now you have the opportunity, and now you know the techniques, like how to do it. So make use of them. Everything is based on concept. Whatever I am, taking you through is mostly based on concepts. There is no just fluke guessing in it. So yes, students, I'm Muralidharan Gopalakrishnan. I completed my MS in electrical engineering from one of the top ranking American university. I'm also an IITian. I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE and other competitive exams, and I have filed 25 patent applications in India and abroad. And I have a track record of winning several national level science and tech competitions. Alright. And that being said, let me come to a very important thing, a complete package for your JEE preparation. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Unacademy subscription, where we have aggregated all the best educators across the nation on one platform, that is going to be an Unacademy subscription platform. And what you get on an Unacademy subscription platform, not just best educators, but you get to attend daily interactive classes with best educators on a very interesting and interactive platform with live polls and leaderboards. And this way your learning becomes very interesting and interactive. And not only that, you will also get access to national level test series and analysis. Hi Dhoni fan, pranam. Hi Dhoni. Hi Rishabh. Is 1 year enough for question practice? 1 year enough for question practice this year? I have concepts of 12th master. Good question. I'll come to your question, Rishabh. Really good question. I'll give you a small hint around that. Then it's totally possible. Okay, I'll come to the point. Just give me 2 minutes, Rishabh. Yes. So yes, students, because I just wanted to discuss one more thing, that this Unacademy subscription comes with test series. This is also very important for your examination preparation, to get accustomed to your exam kind of environment. We are doing this, and not only that, every program on Unacademy subscription platform is a structured program. Every program comes with live doubt clearing classes. Every 4th session is going to be a doubt clearing session, and you would be having access to quizzes and mega quizzes on Unacademy subscription platform. Stay tuned, Rishabh. I'll come to your question. Just give me 2 minutes. And how do you avail this amazing Unacademy subscription? All you need to do is click on the left hand top corner extension bar, choose plus, choose IIT JEE as your goal, and hit on this get subscription button. And students, yes, once you hit on this get subscription button, you'll realize that it's only one subscription, unlimited access throughout the period. You'll get access to as many programs as you want in this like with this Unacademy subscription. Good. Rishabh, just give me 2 minutes, okay? And if you are going for a 24-month subscription, which is what we typically recommend for students in 9th to 11th class, since it's a 2-year-long journey, and all you have to pay is 50,400 for 2 years, which is like 70 rupees a day. Okay. And if you are in long term, or if you're a doctor, or if you're in 12th class, we can still do it in 12 months. And your subscription price is going to be only 2,888 per month, less than 2,900. And if you have noticed this about Plus, there is something beyond Plus known as Iconic subscription, where you can get personal coaching and mentoring from IITians and NITians who have previously, gone through this journey and cracked the exams. And what is the pricing for Iconic subscription? All it is going to cost you is 58,500 if you go for a 1-year subscription, and it's going to cost you only 90,000 if you are going for 2-year subscription. And how do you get to this amazing price points? By applying Murali Live code. Be it on your Plus subscription, be it on your Iconic subscription, be it on your 12 months, 24 months, 6 months, make sure you apply Murali Live code to get the best discount, and to definitely leverage discounts. Apply Murali Live code and get the best discount on any of your subscription purchase. And yes, do remember, you can do it, Rishabh, absolutely. So yes, this is where most of the things come in. This is just a motivation thing that I'm bringing up right now, right? Like, you can do it, but how do you do this? I will try to do this. This is where you should stop and think. Okay, there are like multiple steps. If you have noticed in this, I won't do it. Absolutely, you should not be over here. I can't do it. No. I want to do it. You should have this in mind, and you should start thinking about it. Yes, I want to do it. Now, here is where you have to think a lot. How will I do it? So here comes the most important part, you need to think about. Like Rishabh had a really good question. Okay, Rishabh is asking, I have completed 12th class syllabus, I have mastered 12th class syllabus. There are many students, there are many students who have mastered 12th class syllabus, and now either you have mastered 11th class syllabus or 12th class syllabus. I would say 12th is better than 11th. Mastering 12th is far more safer than mastering 11th. There is a reason for this, because your 12th class syllabus cannot be complicated too much in your exam. Okay, the complication can be only to a certain extent. And there is one beauty of 12th class syllabus. In some cases, in many times your paper can be 60% from your 12th. But still there is a 40%, 50% or sometimes 60%. Okay, if you combine all the subjects, it might be around 60%. Okay, from the past year analysis in the strategy sessions, etc., we have seen this anywhere around 60%. Okay, from past 3-4 years data, etc. But sometimes in last year it was like 50-50. This time maybe this is more. Okay, this is little bit more, and I think this year, you can expect your. I don't know this year how it is going to be. Last time I was guessing that due to COVID-19 you had your 11th class syllabus more. But I would say focus, if you have completed 12th class syllabus, focus on your 12th class syllabus. This is a problem of many students. But how do you proceed about the rest 40%? So there are easy topics, right, which you can cover in 3-4 days. You have mastered 12th class, very good. That's an amazing statement. If you are really complete with it, that is really good. But you know what? There are units, dimensions, and measurements. 4 lectures, you'll definitely get a question. And there are maybe like gravitation, you need to go through quite a few number of sessions as far as concepts is complete, as far as concepts is concerned. You need to pick up some easy topics like thermodynamics. Maybe you can complete it in a month before your exam. Jan is good enough for thermodynamics. If you have mastered 12th class syllabus, 12th is, you should be a primary focus, right? Because one, you will be having board around it, and the other thing is you may be getting sometimes 50-60% in your 12th. 50-60% of the syllabus can be from 12th. So that way I would say give your priority to 12th. Don't give up your strength. At the same time, what you need to do is you need to pick up on your this thing as well. That would be your 11th class syllabus, but the easy part of the 11th class syllabus. Not just it should be easy, but it should be having good weightage. It should be scoring. I would say units, dimensions, and measurements. I would say maybe 1D, 2D motion, you may get a question along with momentum. But if you understand basic concepts, that is good enough. Maybe it's not time to touch the rotational motion part. Maybe you want to jump into something like thermodynamics or KTG. They are pretty much gas theories, gaseous theories. You can expect a professor to be looking at them from the perspective of only thermodynamics. Okay, they are not two separate subjects for them. So that way you can kind of choose those subjects from which you will get good questions. I believe I've answered your question. I think it's clear. Hi Roshan. Hi. Good evening, Roshan. Good evening. Okay, and a very warm welcome. And Rishabh, I think your question is clear. And students always stay at this point where you must be thinking you will do it, but at the same time, think about it. How are you going to do it? Do once watch the videos of the strategy sessions that have been made previously. I made it in the like these strategy sessions with this in the mind that you only have 3 months for your syllabus. Okay, for your exams. Let's get into this question. And if you remember this, how did we solve this yesterday? Two things. Once you can go and check out the lecture, but anyway, I'll quickly brief you through this. The reason I've got this is, it's going to be V is equal to 0, E is equal to 0. I'll come to that point. And how did we deduce this? See, it's all alternating charges. One, we said that your V is let's say all the charges are placed at equal distances. This is how it works. If every charge is at equal distance, then what you need to do, you need to say that your V net is going to be how much? K sigma Q divided by Qi divided by your R. And sigma Qi in our case was 0. If it's this, you can only write if everything is like every charge is at R distance. That means your potential was 0. We had two such things where it was 0. One was 1 and other was 4. But the issue with 4 was what? This is E max. I'll come to the point how to solve this. E max is 10 Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. And how can you get this thing? According to Roshan, depends totally upon your preparation. How well is your preparation? How good is your preparation, Roshan? Yeah, we have solved this earlier, but I'm just getting, the complete step-by-step method. It will hardly take 2 minutes, okay? So, how good is your preparation? This is Emax is only possible if you have a bunch of charges on, some positive, 5 positive charges at the same position, probably also at the same position. If you have like 5Q on this side, and minus 5Q on this side. Okay. So yes, Roshan, before I tell you what needs to be done, I need to know how good is your preparation. Depending upon how good is your preparation, that attempt matters. Okay, this is R. That is when you will get it. This is a circular arrangement, so this is also not possible. Answer should be 1. But coming to this point, I'll give you a shortcut for this. That is the reason I've got this problem. Given any such problem, there is a shortcut around it. Let's say you're 3, 4, etc. Then there is a way of working around this problem. There is a proper way of thinking and working around this problem. I've come across many solutions, and you know what? While we do this thing, what happens is we typically take the opposite sides to be, like charges, and we simply cancel it out. Yeah, I'm getting your point, Roshan, but how prepared are you? How much percentage of the syllabus you are completed? Based on that, I'll be able to give you any suggestion, right? So let's say this is plus Q. If your preparation is really good, I think this attempt matters. Okay. If your preparation is not so good, probably next attempt matters more. Last attempt matters the most. Depending upon your preparation, just do understand that if your preparation is really good, the exam is going to become more and more competitive with time. So if your preparation is very good, you have a competitive edge over rest of them. So first attempt matters the most. But if your preparation is not good, what can you do about it? You need to spend time working around the problems, working around the concepts. You need to put in that time. That is not going to be 2 months, maybe like 4 to 5 months, 6 months sometimes. So anyway, definitely do attend the 11th class classes also in that sense, because try to cover units, dimensions, and measurements. This is one of the topics that I say, because as a student, I used to neglect the topic, and I am realizing right now, my goodness me, I could have covered the topic and I would have scored a better rank. Students make this mistake of ignoring easy topics, thinking that that is not at all a big deal. Okay, we did this problem yesterday, but I just want to give you a small shortcut or a better conceptual understanding around this. Okay, do remember that thing. It's an easy one, but let's do a thing. Well, yesterday we ended saying that we have analyzed it from the option, since we don't know what is cos 18 minus of that of cos. It's something like that, I guess. We got something like that. Okay, yeah, minus q. Here we would have a plus q. I hope you got the answer, right? 11th prep is boring generally. That means you are going to be a good engineer if 11th prep is going to be boring for you. Maybe you may not be a good mechanical engineer, but you're definitely going to be a good engineer. That tells me, if 11th session was boring to you, that definitely tells me that you are interested more in the second year part, which is like your electrical engineering, optics, etc. Which is like of course, mechanical engineering is also very important, but once you get into mechanical engineering, you're dealing with far more advanced stuffs than this. Nowadays, we are all moving into simulations. So this is the arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4, alternating, plus q, minus q, plus q, minus q, plus q, minus q. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, do enjoy your studies, students. There is no point in not enjoying the studies. Definitely you should enjoy the studies. So here is the thing. What have I told you? Pair it up. Any question, do pair it up. Potential is very easy. Potential, you just add all the charges. It's 0. Every charge is at an r distance from the center. For electric field, first of all, what am I doing? I'm adding up. What did we say? We said that we are going to take a parameter E. It's a parameter, or it's a constant E, which is nothing but kq by r square. In this case, r square is radius of mod of kq by r square. Let me correct this. Why am I doing this? Because ultimately we are not taking down the directions. Okay, we have not included the directions yet. Just the magnitude. So this way it will be very easy to understand. Board, yeah, board. See, focus on JEE. Board is really easy, given that you give the time. And the most of your fun is not going to be now, but once you get into your engineering colleges. Of course, you will have professors, that will spoil the subject, but at the same time, you will have lecturers and professors that will make the things very, very interesting. Not denying that it does not depend on the teacher, etc., but it depends on the teacher. But at the same time, you need to understand this point. Your engineering will become far more interesting if you get into better institutes, rather than, I don't know, what prospects you have from board. Good prospects, but that is not good enough. Due to one q, it is E, right? This q is going to create E towards it. This q, what I mean is this q on the number 6 is going to create an E towards it, and this q at the center is going to create a E away from it. So it's going to be 2E. Okay, just focus, you will understand. It's not at all a big deal. And I didn't want to guess it from the options. That's the reason we have it today. Now, next thing was pairing up. No, absolutely, that's fine, Roshan. Yes, I believe you have got your answer. Students, it really depends upon your preparation, how well you are prepared. If you are prepared really well, focus on this session. But if you are not prepared so well, try to focus on the last one. I mean, not at all prepared so well, depending upon how early you complete the syllabus. It's all upon how early, it's all up to you, how early you complete the syllabus. This is 36 degrees. Okay. 10 equal parts, 10 equidistances, 360 degrees by 10. So this is going to be 36 degrees. So if you again notice, one important thing that you have to notice here is, it's like like my mistake, it's 2e towards the negative charge. It's always towards the negative charge in such patterns. Okay, you can work out this pattern for 7 charges, 9 charges as well. You'll notice very interesting things around. Okay, yeah, we will definitely get into it. Just try to understand the method to solve this, then post that we'll get into it. Okay, this is going to be how much? 36 degrees towards negative charge. Similarly, towards this negative charge also we can say there would be another 36 degree, 2e. Okay, we'll get into the next question very soon. Okay, I'm just trying to give you a method using which you can quickly solve this question. Okay, this is something that you want to do definitely. Okay, and then again, I've told you what you need to do. Cos of 36 is what matters. And then there is again another 4 pairs left. We have already completed this 2, 10 and 5 and 7, which are placed at 36 degrees. Now you need to think in terms of 72 degrees, which is going to be this one. Which one? Let me mark it. It's little, this question is a little difficult to draw and explain, but definitely this is the way to go about it. Not anything else would be a like a false. How do you claim this to be 0? Okay, this is going to be what? This is 72 degrees, 36 plus 36, and towards this 72 degrees, this is also at 72 degrees, this is also at 72 degrees. This forms a pair at what angle? 72 degrees to this guy. And similarly, there would be a 3 and an 8, which is going to be at 72 degrees with the 2e. Right? 72 degrees with 2e. Let me erase everything, it will be clear. Good, Roshan, you understood it. Later on, I understood that this problem is not the way it is supposed to be done. Now you have 72 degrees, 72 degrees, 72 degrees. Everything is how much? 2e, 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 etc. Okay, now let's come to this point. Okay, this is where it will become interesting. I'm just redrawing that same field diagram. This is 2e, and what did we have over here? In this direction we had 72 degrees, else it would have been 2 theta. Okay, and in this direction what did we have? This 36 degrees, right? 36 degree in the exact opposite direction. Absolutely, sir. When the session was started, this session just started now. Roshan, it just started now. Okay, why am I doing this question? One, as we concluded yesterday saying that probably we got the options from the answer because we didn't have an explanation for a very silly thing, that was what is cos 36 minus of 72, else this question is 36 degrees, 36 degrees. Now, net it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take an equivalent diagram. Quickly we'll complete this and move on. So one in downward direction, 2e. If you remember, I told you this 72 degrees, this horizontal component would get cancelled out, because this 72 degrees would also be having something like 2e sine 72 in the exact opposite direction of this 2e sine 72. Okay, similarly for 36 as well. So what is the netted component that is left over in both the cases? It's basically your 2e, everything is 2e, 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 if you remember this thing. 2e, 2e, and 2e, and 2e. Okay, now the thing is, carefully students, how much is this? This component is going to be how much? Due to this 72 and 72, 2e, 2e, 4e cos 72 degrees. Similarly, I am writing down the upward direction this side. I'll use a different color so that we have the perfect understanding. So this is 36 degrees, 36 degrees. So the net is going to be in this direction, which is going to be the cos component. So 2e, 2e added, right? 2e, 2e, 4e, 4e cos 36, or 2e cos 36 plus 2e cos 36. So this is the official method of going about it. E net, just the magnitude again we are talking about. Okay, let me do it this way. Not like how we have been doing. So we arrive to this. This is going to be 2e plus of 4e cos of 72 degrees minus that of, in the opposite direction, since it's a field we are not calculating potential, and this should be how much? 4e cos 36 degrees. Okay, here's the thing, you can take out 2e common, just like how we did yesterday. 1 plus 2 cos 72 degrees minus of 2 cos 36 degrees. Realize the twist. It's 0 actually. How do we get that to be 0? Not because there is some symmetry or there is some, some magic that is happening from somewhere. Simply because cos of 72 degrees is root 5 minus 1 by 4, and cos of 36 degrees is root 5 plus 1 by 4. Answer is correct. And so what this would be? This would become, basically, if you take this thing, okay, let me do it this way. You subtract both of them, what are you going to get? 1 by 2. Let's say this is 1, this is 2. If you subtract 2 minus of 1, what are you going to get? Basically 1 by 4. That's correct. That's it. Should we, Roshan, good question, but here is my question to you. It really depends what you guys want. So whatever you think, students, you can also comment later on if you're watching this video. So what do you think? Should we go for advanced questions or should we be focusing on mains first? Because according to me, a mains is approaching. So that is 2 minus 1, root 5 would get cancelled out. So what it is going to be? This is going to be 1 by 2. Okay, this is, you're going to see this in the reverse manner. It's going to be minus 1 by 2 if you notice this. So this is the easiest possible method to solve this problem. So this is minus 1 by 2. This, whatever we have done, let me do it. Cos 72 minus this one. So this is clear. Okay. This is 1, this is 2, then this would be minus 1 by 2. Yeah, JEE Mains, yeah, absolutely. According to me as well, it should be JEE Mains. Because I do think, exams are approaching. We should be, and JEE Mains do have tricks in every question. If you notice, every question will have tricks. This is going to be minus 1 by 2. So this entire thing can be written as minus 1. So this will be just 0. Calculated, students, calculated. This will be 0. Don't worry about it. Okay, what am I saying is E net in this case could come out to be, if you remember, cos 72 minus 36 minus 1 by 2, not plus 1 by 2. Cos of 72 is of course going to be less than cos of 36. So you will get 2e 1 actually plus of 2 into minus 1 by 2. This would be 0. 1 minus 1. This is how you get that 0, guys. Not the reason. Alright, let's move on to the next question. JEE Mains, yeah. Okay, again, get started with the tech. Have a look at the question. Charge Q1 and Q2 are at a point A and B of a right angle triangle. Okay, now the question is the net electric field at O is perpendicular. Focus, students. It's perpendicular to this point. Something like this or something in the opposite direction. Maybe it's in the opposite direction, it's positive charge. Okay, this would be for negative charges. Just showing you if it was negative charges, this is how it is going to look like. So, electric field at point O is perpendicular to hypotenuse. What is the ratio of Q1 and Q2? So what is the approach it should be? What is your exam approach should be? Think about your exam approach. It's all in the ratio of x1 and x2. Think about your exam approach. Absolutely, absolutely, Roshan. You can definitely share it with me. Anyone exam approach will there is no actually, according to me, next few questions, actually the next question or next to next question does not have a great exam approach. It's a little even new concept. It's like kind of, I would expect that kind of question in your JEE Advanced. Even this is a little bit of your JEE Advanced kind of paper, I would say, to an extent. Like this question is definitely, because it's not totally conceptual, to some extent there is something that you need to think about. Okay. So what is that thing you need to think about? Any component of Q2 and Q1 in this direction, that is perpendicular to it, should be cancelling out. So if this is there, this is like a theta. If you call this to be like theta dash 90 minus theta. If this is theta, this is going to be 90 minus theta, isn't it? Okay. That means, let's say this is a negative charge attracting it towards it. Just focus on this. That means any field that is going to be exist. I'll come to a detailed explanation. Just focus on this. Any field of sine of 90 minus theta, basically cos of theta. What is cos of theta in this case? X1 by x2. So x1 by hypotenuse. My mistake. X1 by x2 by hypotenuse. This is cos of theta, right? I'm really sorry. This is going to be cos of theta. Okay, I'll come to the detailed explanation. I'm just giving you an approximate way of thinking about it. Okay, quick way of thinking about it. Maybe in this question it's not the best thing, but still there exists a hint. Okay, why am I getting that hint? I'll get to that point. Eventually you will get used to it, students. Some hypotenuse AB. The correct answer is good. It should be 3. Yeah, very good. See, simple thing, students. Really simple. Electric field due to Q1 is going to be proportional to 1 by x2 square. Okay. Sorry, 1 by Q1 is going to be 1, Q2 is going to be 1 by x2 square, but due to Q1 it's going to be 1 by x1 square. Most of you know this thing. Okay. And due to Q2 it's going to be what? 1 by x2 square. Okay. 1 square x2 square. Just a moment. Now, what is the thing that we are going to equate? Some cos of theta. Right, cos of theta or sine of theta. If this is like 90 degrees, this should be like theta. Okay, ultimately this is going to have something like a sine of theta on the other side. Sine of theta is going to be how much? Sine of theta is going to be x1 something. Okay, right? So you will be equating that, and if you are going to equate them, if you have noticed, in one case your x1 would become to the power 1. You just try to focus on what I am speaking. In one case your x1 is going to be to the power 1, your x2 is going to be to the power 1 when you are equating the fields. Think from, I'll come to the detailed explanation, just giving you a small trick around it. So if you are going to multiply, what I mean is this theta term, really good, Roshan, very good, little mathematical. Okay, so if you are going to only think about these components that should get cancelled, in that case your cos of theta should be proportional to x by 2 divided by a, which you have to multiply with the EQ2, with this term over here. So in the denominator, what would you be having? Some x2. So Q2 by x2 is equal to q1 by x1. That's it. q1 by q2 is equal to x1 by x2. Really good. Really good, really good. Actually, I wouldn't say this is still a shortcut. There is a technique, because this shortcut itself is going to take time to think about it, So rather, why not move with the full-fledged method? According to me, this full-fledged method is better. In such questions, wherever you don't understand, you're going to move with full-fledged method. Well, I'll come to step-by-step thing. Okay, first of all, guys, one thing, you need to have clarity around this. In the given question, I'm explaining the question. Please do focus on this. At this point, the field is perpendicular to which one? This AB, this hypotenuse. The field is perpendicular to the hypotenuse. It can be also positive charges. Right now, I'm just assuming them to be negative charges. Okay. This is the net field. Q2, Q1 and Q2. Okay. This is the net field. Due to Q1 and Q2, what it is perpendicular to AB. Now, if it is perpendicular to AB, if net field is perpendicular to AB, there exists no component of net field in this or this direction. So net field's component in this direction is 0. Any field should not be existing in this direction or in this direction. Okay. Is it clear? I believe this is clear. Very good, Roshan. Really, really good. Requires a good thinking. And definitely, very impressive question. Now, I hope you understood this point. Only perpendicular exists. That means the component perpendicular to E net or the parallel component is 0. Now, next thing. Very good. Now comes the next thing. Let's take this to be a negative charge. We have already taken this to be a negative charge. This also to be a negative charge. Okay. So the field would be towards the negative charge. Okay. The field would be towards this negative charge. Okay. Now comes the thing. What we need to do, we can say something like this. Like, this is 90 minus theta. I'll come to that point. However you like to go about it. Whatever component is there, if I resolve them in two directions, this EQ1 in two directions, one in this direction, and of course, another is going to be along the line. Just focus on the drawing. One is going to be along the line. And similarly, for Q1 as well, I can do that. For Q1 as well, I can do the same thing. I can draw along the line the field. Okay, along this perpendicular line to AB, a field. And one along this direction. So basically what is happening? Both should have been like charges. That is one of the conditions, of course, you have. And of course, from the ratio as well, we are understanding that. And the next thing is, the components that is perpendicular to the perpendicular of hypotenuse, or that is parallel to the hypotenuse. These two lines should be parallel, right? Parallel to the hypotenuse should be getting cancelled. So, if this is EQ1, and if I call this to be EQ1 parallel, or parallel EQ1, and if I call this to be EQ2, and this component which is parallel to AB, which is parallel EQ1, should be equal in opposite direction, and they should be like charges. Right? That is it. So, how do you work around this question? Okay, EQ2 or EQ1? This is EQ2. How do you work around this question? Right. Now, the thing is, okay. Now, it's really simple if you focus on this. What have we said? We said that parallel component of EQ1 And parallel, we are not even worried about perpendicular component, you need not be worried about it. And parallel component of EQ2 should be equal. Let's move on to the next thing. This is, if I call this to be theta, temporarily I'm just calling this to be theta, this angle to be between OA and AB to be theta. This is going to be how much? 90 minus of theta. Okay. And this is 90 degrees. This is a right angle triangle. And this is going to be what? This is going to be theta. And what is this component going to be? EQ2 of sine of 90 minus theta. So we can say something like this. EQ2 of sine of 90 minus theta, and EQ1, this component is going to be EQ1 sine of theta. They both should be equal. Basically it's EQ cos theta, EQ2 cos theta, because it's 90 minus theta should be equal to EQ1 of theta. Okay. Now there you go. Next, there we have done the most important thing is in our hand. The problem would not have any problem if you understood. And theta is equal to EQ2 of cos of. Now comes the thing. This is Q2, this is Q1, and this is what? This is EQ1, right? What is the magnitude of EQ1 and EQ2? EQ1 magnitude is going to be K into Q1 into 1 by X square. And similarly, EQ2 magnitude is going to be K into Q2 divided by X2 whole square. That's it. Right? Yeah, you asked this question before, Syed. Yes, it's available everywhere. Mechanical engineering is available almost in most of the universities. Why are you so concerned about mechanical engineering? I didn't get the point. Are you a mechanical engineer? So now what you need to do, EQ1 sin theta, and you have to equate EQ1 cos theta. Okay. What was our theta? Remember, our theta was this. So what is cos of theta? Cos of theta is going to be x2 divided by AB. And what is sine of theta? Sine of theta is of course x1 divided by AB. The other side x1 divided by AB. Now comes the point. How do you work around this problem? Like rest is easy. Just substitute the value of sine theta cos theta. AB will get cancelled out. Just keep noticing that point. Let's move on to the next page. I'm just going to write down the same thing as we are going to write down. I'm going to say, okay, EQ1 cos theta, that is nothing but K into Q1 square by X1 square. What was that? Sine theta is equal to K Q2 divided by X2 square of that of cos of theta. So K Q2 divided by X2 square into something. What was that something? That was X2 by AB. You remember that was X2 by AB, isn't it? That's it. And similarly the other one was x1 by AB. AB gets cancelled out. X2 on the denominator goes off, and X1 on the numerator and X2 on the denominator goes off, and similarly KK gets cancelled. What's left over? The result you would notice is going to be Q1 by Q2 is equal to X1 by X2. Okay, that is the reason I told you there is no probably shortcut around this problem, which is X1 by X2. That's it. Easy. That's it. There is nothing more in this problem. Basically X1. But definitely an interesting question. Now we have another question. What does this say? The two identical electric dipole having a dipole moment, dipole moment p I cap and p minus p I cap, and they are held at a distance a from each other. When released, they move along the x-axis with the direction of the dipole moments remaining unchanged. Dipole moment is not changing, they are remaining as that of the charge pair. If mass of each dipole is m, the speed when they are infinitely apart. So whenever you get such question, right, think about it. See, okay, this is a common mindset of students, right? One is you go by the laws of motions. One is v square is equal to v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Which is the equation that you should be thinking the most about? You should be thinking about conservation of energy. Okay, I can't honestly guess the answer in this case from the option, because this can be guessed actually, but given that again I'm putting in the values in my mind, so that is not the correct approach, right? Anyway, conservation of energy is the key point around this. Anytime you see such question, there are two charges, they are kept at certain distance and they come at certain point, then they are asking you what is happening. In this case it's infinitely apart, even better. All you need to know is change in potential energy. Right? You need to calculate what? Change in potential energy. Alright, let's do it. But according to me, you know what? When we are going to calculate change in potential energy, it's on the axis. So the answer should probably be 1. Okay, but still that is from calculation. I am not still sure about it. You need to calculate and derive this answer. Yeah, you can't be absolutely be sure that no. Alright, this is how it works. So there is a dipole. What is a dipole? Dipole is something like this, which is going from negative to positive charge. This is like P of I. Okay, and there is another dipole. I'm just drawing dipole symbols for now. Just focus on the question, which is P of minus I cap. Small p minus I cap. That is, they are separated by a distance a from each other. I hope you got this point, that whenever we are talking about such things, when they have started from rest, etc., when no other hint has been given to you and you are probably struggling to apply Newton's equation of motion, so think about it from the conservation of energy perspective. Now, the question arises, what is the field at a point on the axis due to this one? Okay, due to P I cap, this is P1. What is this? This is P2, right? What is the potential at this point? But if you remember, we used to calculate not Q in, you can't apply Q into V, we have to apply P dot E, minus P dot E. We need to find out what? Electric field. Electric field at this point due to P1. On the axis at a distance a, what was the electric field? Okay, at infinite it's 0. Okay, E of P1 at distance a, E of P1, that is electric field of P1 at a distance a, is going to be what? K into P, like 2kP K into 2P divided by AQ. Right? So how do we used to get this? We used to say the distance is very small. You're going to add up both the A, AQ. Just a moment. Okay, that is it. Now comes how do we do the rest of them? The rest of them is really easy. Just let me verify 1 second if everything is going correct. So that would be like so yes, that is it. That is all you need to know. Now the question arises, how do we move around the rest of the things? It's basically P dot P2 dot minus P2 dot E of P1 is going to give you that potential energy at point P1. And one more thing, what is the field at infinite due to P1? It's 0. And your potential, you know, is going to be 0. Potential energy of the system is going to be 0 when they are separated by an infinite distance. Now comes the question. What's the question? What is the initial potential energy when they were at rest? Right? They were being held and they were released, hence they were at rest. Okay. So the potential energy is going to be at A, it's going to be what? Minus P2 dot of, okay, E of P1. That's it. If I'm going to substitute this value over here, this is going to be plus I cap and this is going to be minus I cap. Okay, so what is P2 minus P I cap? And what is your electric field? Electric field is K into 2P divided by A cube into plus of I cap. They are separated by a distance A. You are finding out the potential energy at a, you know, like a distance A from it. So I dot I1, and there should be a minus sign due to the total potential is going to be minus P2 dot E. So we have omitted that. Minus minus becomes plus. I dot I is 1. So it's going to be 2kP whole cube. Okay, sorry, 2kP divided by A whole cube. Now comes the next thing. I hope this is visible. Now comes the next thing. Okay, we know the potential A. Now the thing is, potential at infinite is 0. It was at rest. Basically, you have to conserve the energy. So can we write down something like this? From distance A to infinite, I am writing down the equation. Potential at A plus that of kinetic energy at that of A is equal to potential at infinite plus that of kinetic energy at the infinite. Potential at infinite, as you know, is going to be 0. And initially it was at rest, so kinetic energy is 0. Basically, what are you going to get? UA is equal to KE infinite, which is going to be the total kinetic energy of the system. I think my answer is also wrong, probably because mass of each dipole is m. So I didn't account that total kinetic energy. Total kinetic energy is going to be half mv square plus that of half mv square. Okay, so this should be half of mv square, one dipole having a velocity v, so similarly the other one should also be having a velocity v, so this is going to be half mv square, right? So there are two systems, right? Isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we done it correct. Yeah, we have done it correct. Half mv square plus half of mv square, because there are two dipoles each having mass m. I hope everyone understood this. Okay, not one but two. So this is going to be mv square on the right hand side. On the left hand side, what do you have? You have something like 2kp divided by a cube. So v is going to be how much from this equation? It's going to be under root v is equal to under root 2kp divided by ma whole cube, which is going to be what? What is k? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So this is going to be p divided by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into m. So that's going to 2 pi epsilon naught into m into a cube. Okay, don't forget it. Okay, this is your answer. You can check out the answer. You can note down the answer. We can move on. Let's check first of all whether our answer is correct. That's yeah. A. Okay. We have the p square y. Okay. So I think p into p, there should be a p square, and of course even over here there should be a p square. Hence there would be a p square over here. Of course, I think a has come out, one a has come out. I think rest is fine. We have missed a square on the top. Okay, that is it. Simple one. All right. So again, this is a very conceptual question. Just let's think about this question. Just a moment, take a moment, try to think about this question, try to answer this question. Consider this is definitely like, you know, that lucky person who has got this questions in the paper. Consider the force F on a charge Q due to uniformly charged spherical shell of radius R carrying charge Q distributed uniformly over it. Which of the following statements are true, for F if Q is placed at a distance r from the center of the shell? This is definitely a very lucky question. You know, if you're getting this in exam, think that you are definitely a lucky person. Definitely you would be a lucky person if you're getting this question. What should be the answer? There isn't even much kind of thoughts that you have to put into this. Answer should be C, 3, Y. Let's analyze. Okay, we can analyze it just from the options. There's nothing to think about it. For all R, it's not going to be inside. Of course, one is wrong. F is going to be between, it's going to be greater than 0 but less than R square for all R. That is also not true. Actually, just a moment. If there was a equal to sign, this would have been true. Okay. Luckily, we don't have an equal sign. If there was an equal sign over here, this is also true. Okay. But anyway, that does not exist. So hence, this is false. Okay. I hope everyone understood this point. One is of course false, because for R less than R, your force is going to be 0. Okay. Simply no field exists inside. But equal to, less than, if that had been given in your JEE exam, just to think carefully about this particular option. And of course, for r less than r, it is 0. We just saw that. So option 4 is. Hence, only option C is correct. Okay. But do remember, there can be a small alteration around here too, and it should not happen. Okay. So for students who don't know this concept, here's the simple thing. Okay. Just a moment. Let's say we have a shell with charge Q on it, charge Q uniformly distributed on it. Now the question arises, okay, capital Q uniformly distributed arises on capital Q uniformly distributed on it. So in that case, what do we say? It's at the center for any charge, like any like point outside that radius r. For any r greater than r, Q is at center. Okay, but this is while calculating field, potential, etc., etc. But for any point inside, there is no charge. Okay, if I am talking about any point that is inside where r is less than r, right? So let's say this r, what happens? Field is 0, hence the force would also be 0. Force by this Q distribution is going to be 0 for any r less than r, and for any r greater than r, since Q is at the center, what it should be? Your force due to Q is going to be K, in this case QQ, capital Q, small q divided by r square, small r square, no capital R square. Okay, notice this thing carefully. Has a small r been given to you? I think yes. That's it. So answer should be C. Answer could have been 2. If there is a greater than equal to and less than equal to C. Alright, easy. We have more interesting questions coming up for tomorrow. We'll have a look at it. Definitely do try out this question. Maybe you can take a screenshot, etc., and start working around this question. It's a very, very interesting question, students. Okay. This is from again JEE Mains, but yeah, there is a very easy way of guessing this question. Think about the easy way of guessing this question. Two positive plates are placed like this. How is the field? That's all you need to understand. Once you understood that point, right? The question is that's it. Okay. That is all you need to understand. That's all you need to understand. That's it. All right. Think about it carefully. It's a very, 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 very simple question. So we'll get started with this tomorrow. And yes, of course, students, this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. we are going to have vectors part 5, and also on Monday we'll be having part 6. Don't miss it out. Also try to cover last 4 parts as well. We are almost done with vectors with this Sunday and Monday. We don't have anything left for your physics or even for the basic concepts. As far as your basic concepts in vectors is concerned, we are going to complete everything. Okay, you can attend, like if you want to attend more complicated problems, you can attend mathematics based session. We'll be discussing, of course, math based problem, but our primary focus will be on physics. This Sunday and Monday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Don't miss out this A to Z session on vectors. Part 5 and part 6 is going to be there. And students, yes, we have already completed units, dimensions and measurements. And as you know, vectors is also free of cost class available on your Unacademy learning app. We do have also your units, dimensions and measurements, which has already been completed. If you have noticed this date, right, it's only 19th 19th to 22nd September. That's all you need to do. You need to attend this these sessions, plus there is a model problem session around it. So all you need to do is attend these 4 sessions plus that 1 session on Unacademy learning app, and your syllabus around units, dimensions and measurements will be complete. We have completed units based problem, dimension analysis, error analysis, which is one of the primary topics for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, and many more things in this just 4+1 5 session. And it's a very easy topic, be it in your exam, be it for your preparation, less time consuming. Five sessions max to max you have to attend, and all you will you need to do is spend very little time on your practice, and your syllabus around this would be complete. I mean, this topic would be complete, and you'll definitely get a question. Hence, do definitely complete it. It's all available for free of cost on your Unacademy learning app. Okay, so it's all available for free of cost on your Unacademy learning app. So try and complete it. And students, yes, do check out the link below on the description box. So there is a Telegram app link. You need to click on that. First of all, download Telegram app if you don't have one from your Google Play Store and App Store, and click on that link and join our Telegram channel. This is going to be JEE English Telegram channel, where you will get live before time updates on every class conducted by me and our team on JEE English, as well as on your Unacademy learning app. Yes, you will be getting notifications before time. We will be posting out on your Telegram channel. So do join our Telegram channel. The link is available in the description box. And students, not only that, if you do not have Unacademy learning app, just do download it from your Google Play Store and App Store. You can see that the red arrow clinging. All you need to do is type in Unacademy, and the first search result is going to be Unacademy learning app. Just choose that. Just click on this install button, and post that you will have an amazing app handy from which you can attend classes from anywhere. And not only that, if you start following me, you'll get live notifications on vectors A to Z sessions, etc. And not only that, students, that's one of the things. And also the thing is, you can attend Unacademy quizzes, you can start following educators, and you'll get live updates. And also one more important thing, you can attend many other you can attend many other free of cost classes. You can make use of many other free of cost features. So do download it. If you don't have one, just do download it. And that being said, students, what Unacademy races on rank accelerator competitive exam. Now enroll for a free online test for your JEE and stand a chance to win amazing prizes and scholarships. This can be your also Unacademy subscription. So it's a scholarship based test as well, and it's a free of cost online test. And we are segregating this test into two, one for 10th class and another for 11th class. And for 10th class, it's going to happen from 12 to 3 p.m. on 19th of December and 3 to 6 p.m. on 19th of December for class 11. So be sure to complete it on time. You definitely may want to attend it and score well in your exam to get some amazing scholarships. And students, yes, the most competitive gamified IIT JEE battle ever is on, and it's going to happen again on 20th of December. Compete live, and you can win some amazing rewards and prizes like your MacBook Air, etc. And you can also win hundreds of Amazon vouchers. There are hundreds of Amazon vouchers that is going to be distributed in this Unacademy combat. So do not forget to enroll today, students. Enroll today with Murli Live code. You need to enroll and apply Murli Live code to get join this Unacademy combat. So do that. And anyway, it's also going to be an amazing learning experience for you, because batches segregated in 11th, 12th and 13th. And that being said, if you're looking for a champions tool for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be Unacademy subscription, students. And what do we have for you on Unacademy subscription? We have the best educators across the nation on a single platform, and we have aggregated all of the best educators, and that too you can attend daily live interactive classes with them. And not only that, you will have access to live polls and leaderboards during your session. That way your session becomes really very interesting. And every Unacademy subscription program is also a structured program, and this way you will be getting access to live doubt clearing sessions. Like every fourth session is going to be doubt clearing session. You need not worry about the planning. It's going to be a super systematic and a structured program for your learning. And we would also have national level test series and analysis going on your Unacademy subscription. So this is the best thing about Unacademy subscription. You will get to attend daily live interactive classes on the best in class platform with the best educators in the form of best program. So yes, How do you avail this amazing program? First of all, download the Unacademy Learning app, then log in, then click on the extension bar, and then choose plus, and then choose IIT JEE as your goal. And then students, yes, hit on this get subscription button. It's one subscription, unlimited access throughout the period. So gain the subscription, get the subscription, and you can access programs for both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced through our Unacademy subscription plan. And students, yes, coming to the pricing part, if you're going for a 24-month subscription, all it is going to cost you is 2,100 per month. That's all you need to pay for a 24-month program. And of course, guys, one more amazing thing is like, it's for 24 months you're going to pay that price that you are seeing over here. If you are seeing net price, etc., on your Unacademy learning app, if you are purchasing one, and if you noticed it, it's less than 70 rupees a day if it's 2,100 per month. Right, this is a 24-month program, and be sure to apply Murli Live code to get the best discount on your subscription purchase. And students, we also have interesting payment options for you. One is pay in parts. This is like our in-house Unacademy feature using which you can split your payments into multiple parts and you don't have to pay any interest. Similarly, we also have access to EMI. That to no cost EMI, where you again don't have to pay any interest on your easy monthly installments, and you can split your payments into multiple parts, and you don't have to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once, and you'll have the comfort of paying the fee on a monthly basis. So yes, we do also have access to debit card, credit card, UPI, and other payment options. And students, yes, this is about your 12-month program. Whom do we recommend this 12-month program to? We recommend this 12-month program to students in long term, or to students who are droppers, or students who are in 12th class. And yes, so this is the kind of thing that you get on an Unacademy subscription, that this 12-month program is only going to cost you 2,888. And what do we have for long-term and dropper students? Dedicated droppers batch, dedicated like micro courses, and also many year-long things that are going on for 12th class students. And yes, national level test series, everything in one place. Yes, Unacademy subscription is a complete package. And to get the best discount on your subscription purchases, to get to this 2,888 price point, to apply Murli Live code. And students, this was about plus subscription, but we do have something beyond plus subscription that is known as your iconic subscription. What do we have on iconic subscription? You'll be getting personal coaching and mentoring from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey and who have cracked the exams. They will be able to exactly guide you with the process, with the things that you need to do for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, guys. Yes, absolutely. And you'll be getting personal coaching and mentoring from IITians and NITians, and also the best educators across the nation. So think about it. They'll be able to guide you with the preparation strategy. They'll be able to guide you with the learning strategy, the exam strategy, and motivational sessions. Along with that, you'll also get access to study planner and frequent test analysis. And yes, students, the price is going to be only 58,500 if you are going to go for a 12-month subscription, and if you are going to go for a 24-month subscription, it's going to cost you 90,000. And yes, be sure to apply Murli Live code to get best discount, be it on your plus subscription, iconic subscription, or any of your IIT JEE subscription. I think you're planning to purchase. And coming to the part, students, now you can take your JEE preparation to the next level with our JEE English team, where we have IITians and NITians and head of coaching institutes on our team. And all you need to do is all you can do is you can also attend your iconic subscription now in English, and you can take it to the next level with our personal coaching, workshops, expert guidelines, study planner, and test analysis. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And students, definitely do share it, because your JEE is coming up. So do share it with students. Do share it on your social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, and also your Telegram, etc. Make sure you are sharing it, and like and share the video. And yes, click on that bell notification to get in time updates. If you want to get updates, the bell notification is the best thing that you have to do. And yes, do share it and keep smiling. And tomorrow at 6 p.m. we'll be having a gravitation class, and tomorrow at 7:30 again we'll be having this your PYQ. So don't miss out PYQ sessions 2021 aspirants. This is specifically for you. So make sure you're attending it every day. And 2022 aspirants, you can attend gravitation lecture and also PYQ. And 2022 aspirant, if you haven't completed gravitation, so make sure you're attending it. Take care.